Hey guys, it's Kay. Today I'm going to show you how to install Lakka onto your Raspberry Pi 4B. Now Lakka is an all-in-one retro emulation setup for the Raspberry Pi that will run from the SD card. It's basically a Linux distribution of RetroArch, and RetroArch is the front end for retro gaming emulators and game engines. So this is quite a stable build of the Lakka system, and most emulators are running quite smoothly on the Pi 4. Okay, to do this project we're going to need a few things. The first of these is obviously the Raspberry Pi 4. We're also going to need a mouse. Now I'm plugging this into the Raspberry Pi 4 via its dongle. We need a USB keyboard, the Pi 4 power supply, and a HDMI to micro HDMI cable. And last but not least, we need a micro SD card to install our operating system and games. So in this video I'm going to be using macOS to flash my SD card with the Lakka software. But you can also use Windows or Linux systems. Okay, the first thing we do is go to the Lakka website and we just simply click on Get Lakka. Click Get Lakka again, then click on the operating system logo you're using to install Lakka onto your Raspberry Pi. The next page shows you all the hardware the Lakka operating system is compatible with, so we need to scroll through towards the bottom and find the Raspberry Pi 4. Clicking on it will get you to the download page. Select the download button and wait for it to download. Now to flash the SD card with the Lakka software, we need a program called Etcher. So head on down to this web page and select your corresponding software and download the program. Notice I've chosen macOS because that's what I'm using to install the software on my Pi 4. Okay, once you've downloaded and installed Etcher, open it up and click on the select image button and browse to where you've downloaded and unzipped your Lakka installation file and select it. Just make sure you've selected the right location to flash the file to, i.e. your SD card, and then just click on the flash button. Now it'll take a few moments to actually flash the file onto your SD card, so just relax a bit. Now once it's finished flashing the card, it will start validating it. And that's it, we're done on the computer. So pop the SD card out of your computer and put it straight into your Pi 4. Now the first boot will take a little bit longer than normal boots. Okay, so when it loads up, you'll be presented with the following interface. So yeah, you're right, it does look a little bit like the PlayStation 4 interface. Now the first thing we're going to do is get network connectivity. So scroll across and then down to Wi-Fi. Select this and wait for it to scan your networks. And then just click on your network and put in your password. Once it's accepted your password, you should get a message next to the network online. Okay guys, I'm switching to my picture-in-picture mode on my monitor because we're going to copy over some ROMs from my computer to the Pi 4. But before this, we need to enable a service called Samba. This will enable our computer to see the Pi 4 on the network. So under Services, you'll see the Samba button. Select this, and straight away you'll see the Pi 4 appear on your network under the name Lakka. And you can see it's appeared in my Finder window. So if we click on it, we'll be able to go into the file system, make your way down to the ROMs folder, which is where you're going to put your games. Now for organization's sake, I'm going to create a folder for each type of system I'm going to be playing with. So the first folder I'm going to create is PSP. Which is PlayStation Portable. Okay, so I've opened up another file explorer and I'm going to copy across my games from my Mac to the Raspberry Pi's SD card. Now this can take a while depending on the speed of your card, so again a little bit of patience is needed. Now to get these games to show up on the Lakka system, we need to do a scan on the folders in which they are located. So work your way across to the scan directory icon and then down to the folder you created, in my case the PSP folder. Select it and then select scan this directory. So in the bottom left hand corner you'll see it's scanning the file. Now when you work your way up to the main menu you'll see the PSP icon has been created automatically, and there is the game we put in the folder. Now the first time we click on it we need to associate the game system we need it to load with. So as this is a PSP game we need to go down and select the PSP emulator. This only needs to be done once and Lakka will remember next time round. Okay, once this has been selected the game should start. Now to play these games you can also add USB controllers. You simply just add them in the settings menu and you can reconfigure the buttons for what works best for you. As you can see the game runs very smoothly and there's little or no lag. And there is sound, but I just forgot to turn up the volume on the monitor. Now you can add different games from different systems. Just create a folder in the directory like we did for the PSP system and then again scan the directory like we did. And then you'll get an icon automatically created for the emulator you just added the game for, just like we did for the PSP. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to click that subscribe button for more videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one.